All right. Shalom, shalom. I like to start off by saying, Barakta Yahawah, Barakta Yahawashi, Kol Haloim La, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Wakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Rock is our Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. The brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. And as always, brothers go out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, all right, which is known as America, to bring down the so-called white man's kingdom, all right? And we're here to bring down the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And salvation is preached unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, the Native American Indians, which are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of, all right? And it's now high time to awake out of sleep, for salvation is nearer than we believe, all right? And, you know, going into this year, 2024, all right, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, as Apostle Tahar coined this year, you know, we are in hopes that this thing goes down, man. All right. And as we continue to speak and bring out this word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, all right, all these prophecies continue to keep coming to life. They keep becoming your reality. See, a lot of these people think that these things are not going to go down. All right, but the Lord said that this gospel shall be preached throughout the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. Okay, and right now you can see we're in those last days. All right, those last minutes, that 2-minute warning. All right, we don't have much time on this earth. All right, for us to turn to the Lord. That's why the Lord said, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and not to put off day to day, for then sudden destruction cometh upon you." Okay. I'll be flying down the street looking for that shit. All right, so as I said, all right, there's not much time. All right, and this is why you have Satan, all right, which is Esau, because you have spiritual counter Satan, all right, what comes into your thoughts and gives you these wicked thoughts, and then you have a physical counter Satan, which is Esau, the so-called white man, all right, and he's about to come down on us with great wrath, all right, which ultimately is coming from on high, and it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi coming with great wrath upon our people, you see. But he uses Esau, the so-called white man, all right, as that whooping stick, as the scriptures say. All right, that's the let's grab that real quick. This is Isaiah 10. Oh, this is tripping already. Ten and 5, and it says also, "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger." All right, because Esau is compared to as an Assyrian here in these scriptures. All right, because the Assyrians were some ruthless ass people, man. When it came down to them, you know, pretty much taking our people and doing harm to our people. Okay, so you have basically Esau being compared to as an Assyrian, and the Lord said that that's the rod of his anger. You see, and the staff in the hand and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Okay, so like I was saying, the Lord is about to have Esau run down on our people, 2/3 of our people that don't want to hearken on to this word. Okay, on top of that, you're gonna have Esau, which is the one that's ruling the world right now, along with these other nations. But Esau is the top people that are ruling the world. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and the Lord's about to come down on great wrath with our people because they don't want to listen to this word. Okay, let me grab this. This is Jeremiah 30 and 4. Second. Jeremiah 30 and 4. And I hope everybody's Passover is going well. right, I pray for you, brothers, sincere brothers, all right, in this truth that are bringing out the word in sincerity and in truth. All right, true believers and the few sisters that's in this truth. You know, I pray for you over the Passover that, you know, these things pass over us, man. All right, and that the Lord have mercy upon our people when that time comes. All right, and right now, you know, we're in the what, I believe it's the third day of the Pesach. Yeah, the third day of the Pesach. All right.
We do that. But this guy want no.
Yeah. Chill. You come over here and you always interrupt my shit, man. You always. What's up? What you want, real quick?
Nah, this guy right here. He's talking about the Quran and all that.
Oh yeah, nah, we don't do the Quran over here, man.
Oh, you know.
You know how I don't do that shit, man. You come over here all the time asking the same questions, man. Nah, it's all good. I'm gonna go on with my thing down. All right. So it says Jeremiah 30:4. It says, and these are the words of the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. All right. And when you read the scriptures, throughout the scriptures, you know, there was always a Jacob's trouble for our people, man. Okay. Because our people didn't want to hearken on to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah through different captivities. All right. And what happened through those captivities? All right. Our enemies rolled on us. All right. And the enemy's about to roll on us like a flood now. Okay. So now's the time for you to be hearkening on to the Lord, putting off the old man, all right, and bringing in the new man and putting everything of this world in your past, man, and forget about this place, because this place is about to be destroyed and everything in it is going to be destroyed with it. Okay, nothing here in this on this side right now is going to be rolled over into the kingdom. Okay, the kingdom is going to be filled with righteousness. The Lord said that everything here is all vanity. Okay, so if everything is all vanity, all right, that means that as soon as you walk out your door, all right, there's nothing but evil and demons filled around you. You see? And this is why you need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, the true name. All right, Yahweh being the name of the Father, which means he exists. All right, Bahashem, which means in the name. All right, and you can't get to the Father without going through the Son first. So Yahweh Shah is the name of the Son, which means he is the deliverer. Okay, he is salvation. All right, and that's what the Lord, all right, that's why he went on that cross, man. All right, first for his sins and then to be able to free us from our sins and give us a grace period to turn back to the Lord. Because if you remember, the Lord didn't want to deal with us at one point, man, because we were being harlots. All right, we were being harlots onto other gods. Okay, we were going on to many other lovers other than going to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, which is our first love. Okay, this word, Sophia. All right, and this whole word, the Lord Yahweh Shah, comes in the volume of the book, as the scriptures say. Okay, so we're entering into time of much destruction. Okay, so it says Jeremiah 30:4, and these are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah, meaning the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, right? And it says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling. All right, because that's what we're supposed to be in. We're supposed to be in fear. We're supposed to be constantly trembling at the word of the Lord. Through the terror of the Lord is how we persuade men. All right, but these people don't fear the Lord, and this is why they don't have the truth. All right, because the beginning, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All right, so if there's no fear in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay, you're never gonna gain this knowledge. All right, and look how our people are, that they worship all these other gods and they ain't even true to that bullshit. You see, they just tag along with whatever everybody's saying. Okay, none of these people want to be leaders. They all want to be followers. Okay, that's why that's why the Lord said not to follow the multitude to do evil, not to take on the customs of the heathen. Okay, scriptures talk about how Jeremiah 4:22, our people are sottish children. All right, they're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Okay, they can't wrap their head around it. Why? Because ultimately Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah has blinded the minds, okay, and has put them under strong delusion to believe all the lies that they've heard. All right, which is deeper than we think. All right, because it all goes back to the time when Yahweh Shah was crucified. You had our people, all right, basically telling us that, you know, let the blood be on our hands and on our children. All right, and this is why our people suffer today. All right, that's why you have your children suffering today, illnesses. All right, your children are being sex trafficked. All right, your children are dying at birth, dying young. Okay, horrible, heinous deaths and shit, all because of the things that our people did back in those days, man. You have to pay for the things that you do in your past life. This is why when we pray, we have to pray for the things of our past life because we have no remembrance of our past life, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, 9 through 11. All right, there is no remembrance of our past life, and everything that you see out here, there's no new thing under the sun. Everything that you see has been before of old. All right, so it's basically the same the same circle of life continuing on and on. Okay, but see, we're in that last captivity, and the Lord has shed grace upon us to be able to turn back to the Lord. All right, with all, and because we have because it was our mind that strayed from the Lord, we have to seek him 10 times harder. Okay, and at the same time that we have to seek him 10 times harder, you're gonna have Satan that's gonna be making it harder for you to seek him. Okay, so this knowledge and wisdom is gonna be your stability of those times. All right, without this knowledge and wisdom, you're never gonna make it out here. And without the fear of the Lord, you're never gonna gain this knowledge. And like I said, our people don't fear YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S. Okay, they fear the bullshit of Jesus. Okay, they fear Allah. Okay, Buddha, all these different religions, but all these religions are about to be sore confounded, as the scriptures say, man. Every single one of them is going to be confounded because they have no understanding that the Lord is the one that sets up these idols and these false prophets, okay, to turn you away, to have Satan try to turn you away from the Lord. This is how the Lord is able to deceive Israel, like the scripture said, right? He's going to, let's grab that real quick. I will teach Israel like. And if I have to move my car, I might have to move my car because police already ran up on my ass, telling me to move. Give me 1 second. This is Amos 9:9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. All right. And what you do with that is what you take when you sieve it. When corn is sifted in a sieve, you're taking out what's the best kernels, man, the best parts of the corn. All right. Whatever's bad, you put it to the side. So that's what the Lord is doing now. The Lord is in the time where he's trying to see who are his true believers. All right. And his true believers are going to be the ones, all right, that are going to be saved in those days, that are going to receive the true name of the Lord. Okay. That's why it tells you in Acts 4:12 that there's no other name that you can be saved under. All right. How we doing? So going back to Jeremiah 30:5, it says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. You see, and our people think that the Lord is all about peace because they're under that strong delusion that the Lord is going to pardon you for everything that you have done wickedly, man. All right, but the Lord is a true balance. All right, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So if you out there doing wickedly, all right, you reap what you sow. You're gonna get wickedness done to you. If you turn yourself from wickedness and you go to righteousness, all right, righteous things will happen to you. The Lord will direct you in righteous steps. All right, our people are not directed in righteous steps right now. Our people are completely confused of who they are. All right, they don't know the true name of the Lord. They don't know their true culture. All right, their true heritage. When we come out here and we speak about this word, they think that we out here speaking religion. They think like we're like the rest of these Christianity churches and the rest of these other damn Catholicism churches bringing you lies, and we're not, you see. But it's all because they're under that strong delusion. Let me grab this real quick. This is Matthew. This is Matthew 13:10, and it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? All right, because that's what the Lord does. He speaks to us in parables and metaphors. All right, at points, there's times when the Lord is speaking straight up to you. All right, and you're supposed to take it verbatim. All right, but before you take anything in the scriptures for verbatim, you have to observe the sentence, man. All right, and really lock into each sentence one by one. That's why the scriptures say, to whom shall he give knowledge? Let me grab that real quick on that. 16:11 real quick. This is Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28, and I believe it's 8, 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? To whom shall he teach knowledge? And to whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. All right, the ones that are going to receive this knowledge are the ones that, you know, take in little by little. Okay, you have to be weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. All right, going back to the basics. When you learn the basics, all right, you're able to go into the depth of the scriptures. All right, without the basics, you're not going to understand anything, man. And at the end of the day, you have to learn from an actual teacher that is given to you from YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi. Because the Lord said in those last days, he will feed you with pastors, all right, that will feed you with knowledge of wisdom according to his mind, all right, according to his heart. All right, so it says, to whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You see? For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they will not hear. You see? So when we come out here to these people, we're speaking in another tongue. We're speaking in another language to these people because they never heard the actual truth of the Lord. They're so programmed to believe that the Lord is all about peace, all right, is all about love, all right. But how can that be if the Lord is a true balance, all right? Without left, there's no without right, there's no left, all right. Without up, there's no down. So there has to be hate and there has to be love, all right. So when you do wickedly, the Lord hates your wickedness, man. All right, the Lord hates the sinner, and these people really think that the Lord is going to pardon all their wickedness and they don't ever have to repent on it, man. All right, you have to repent daily. Okay, so it says, oh shit. Oh, so it's oh man, what the hell happened here? Oh gosh. So it says, for with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they will not hear. Okay, so you know you have to labor in this truth for you to enter into the true rest of the Lord. All right, and what's that true rest, man? Us being saved, being put on that chariot. All right, being the first round draft pick to make the kingdom. All right, to be able to receive the benefits and rewards that come with it, which all of Israel is going to receive salvation and eternal life, man. But those that don't hearken onto the word early have to wake up in the kingdom of shame. You see, and what good is what good is that if you're gonna wake up in the kingdom where you're supposed to be living it up and enjoying it, but you have to walk around with your head down. All right, which eventually you'll get over it. All right, but it's still gonna be a very long time that you got to walk around with your head down. Okay, so when you break down these scriptures, you have to break down these scriptures little by little. Each sentence has to be broken down so you can understand it. That's why the scriptures say precept upon precept, because through thy precepts that get understanding. All right, you got a lot of people that'll talk. You got a lot of people that'll talk about these scriptures and try to bring out scripture on you and try to tell you how to live your life, but they have no understanding, man. All right, why? Because they're not weaned from the milk. They're not drawn from the breast. All right, they're not shutting the hell up and they're not listening to the prophets that were given onto you to feed you with that knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so going back, it says, now that's the point on that. All right, so let me go back to Matthew 13 and 10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? And again, he speaks to you in parables because it's only meant for the elect to get it, man. See, this Bible is one big puzzle, all right? And only those that are worthy are able to put that puzzle together. You know, you got a lot of people, right, that you ever seen them big ass puzzles? All right, some of these people, you got puzzles that are like 5,000 pieces, 10,000 pieces, and they try to put them together, but after a while they quit because that shit is too complicated for them. They can't figure it out. You see, but the elect is gonna always figure out the puzzle, man. We'll sit there all day and figure it out. All right, until the Lord put the spirit on us to understand it. All right, because the Lord is what gives you the increase. Okay, the Lord gives you the increase for you to have this knowledge. And if there's no increase, all right, that means you have to examine yourself, because that means the Lord put a stoppage to you. The Lord put you on hold for a second, because there's something that you have to fix in yourself, man. This is why we have to examine ourselves daily, whether we be in the faith, unless we be what? Reprobate minds. Okay. So it says, he answered unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but to them it is not given. All right, this truth is not for everybody, and this is why everybody can't comprehend. All right, only the true believers are going to receive the knowledge of the Lord, which, you know, at the end of the day, it goes back to them being part of them first fruits. Okay, so it says, for whosoever has, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever has not, from him shall be taken away, even that he has. Hold on, let me change these. So I got it in Spanish on the other side. Let me change it to the NLT. There you go. Right, I wanted to read that in the NLT. He says, he replied, you are permitted to understand the secrets. So it's a commandment that we are to understand these secrets. Okay, and then on top of that, the hell is it? The police all over the place over here, man. What's up? Do I gotta move my car? Oh, you just check me out? Oh, all right, that's what's up. Right? So it says, you are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but others are not. All right, so the Lord has commanded us. All right, if you're called into this truth, it's for a reason, man. It's a beautiful thing for you to be called into this truth. Okay, because many are called and few are chosen. All right, but you want to be called and chosen. All right, so when you find yourself doing the work of the Lord for quite some time, man, there's no turning back from it. No man that put his hand to the plow looking back, man, is fit for the kingdom. All right, no matter what the situation is, whether you're going through the goods or the bads, man, you got to continue to push the word of the Lord always, because the moment you stop, all right, that just shows that you were not of the elect. Right? So it says, for whosoever has, to him shall be given. I mean, Salaki, to those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given. All right, and this is why we have to watch constant videos, constantly read in the scriptures. What's the scripture say? Blessed is he that readeth, right? So you got to constantly meditate in the scriptures, like it tells you in Joshua. Let's grab that. This is Joshua 1:8. Joshua 1:8, and it says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. You see, it should never leave your side. All right, that's why it tells you in Revelations, this is Revelations 2:5. It says, remember therefore for whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. You see? As a matter of fact, let me take it from the 4th verse. It says, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. All right? Thy first love is leaving this truth. All right? This understanding. You not reading these scriptures and applying the message to the others. that are to turn to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, right? I be getting paranoid because Salaki, I haven't been out in like 3 weeks. I had to lay low for 3 weeks because some bullshit went down with me and my brother, and this demon called police and all this extra shit. And they was looking for my ass, so I had to lay low literally for a while because everywhere I kept going, I swear I felt like there was police popping up left to right. And I always thought they was just like, damn, they must have read my place. They know what's up. So I see them over here behind my ass, and they're just checking my ass out. And I know she just ran my plate too. She's trying to be funny. Anyway, so it says, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee because thou hast left thy first love. Remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. All right. So when you forget the first love, all right, what happens is the Lord will never give you this truth. Okay. He'll leave you as a reprobate mind under strong delusion. All right. And eventually you're going to meet your death, man, because you not having this wisdom, all it's going to do is going to continue to lead you into sin after sin. When sin becomes sin after sin, it becomes iniquity, man. All right. So oh man, that ain't nothing but Satan, bro. Anyway. So going back to 13, Matthew 13 and 12. To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. But for those who are not, okay, who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them. See, the Lord can give you a little bit of wisdom, right? He starts to, give you the wisdom here and there. You start to increase in your knowledge, all right? But what happens is these people, you got some people that'll fall by the wayside, man. They'll come into the truth, all right? But as soon as as fast as you giving them the truth is as fast as Satan come and take it away from them. Okay, then you have some that'll endure, all right? Those that be by the stony places, right? They get the truth. They endure for a little bit, all right? But the things of this world, the cares of this world is what makes them choke, all right? It makes them turn away. All right, when the furnace of adversity comes and hits them and they start going through all the trials and tribulations, they're not able to endure in these things, man. It's too overwhelming for them. All right, because why? They're not strengthened by the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. They're not steadfast and unmovable. Okay, the scriptures tell you to be steadfast and unmovable. That means that nothing shall break you in this truth. Now, will we fall here and there? Absolutely, man. We're not perfect. The creature is subject unto vanity, man. So there's no way that you're going to be perfect until the Lord gets you up out of here. That's when we're going to have them perfect bodies, all right? But when you fall, you got to find a way to pick yourself up out of it, okay? And this is why we need to stick around the brotherhood, constantly be around videos, all right? Constantly being in all holy conversation, all right? These things lift you up and pick you up, okay? Because you're always surrounded around the word of the Lord. All right, so there's constant angels around you to protect you. When you take yourself away from the word of the Lord, you make yourself susceptible to these demons that are on the side waiting for you, man. All right, these demons that we once had upon us, they were cleansed off of us for a reason, but they don't go nowhere, man. Those demons are still lurking and waiting for you to slip. And the moment you slip, those demons come back onto you 7 times harder, man. All right, and most people don't make it out of that. All right, most people will just fall into that and drive themselves nuts. And every time you fall, all right, you make it fucking harder for yourself to come back into the truth. Okay, so going back to 13, Matthew 13, it says, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. All right, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which says, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand. All right, and that's why we'll talk to these people, They hear what we're saying, but are you really listening to what we're saying? Are you registering what we're telling you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai? Okay? And the answer is going to be no. Okay? It says, yo, this is crazy. It says, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross. Yeah, these people's hearts are waxed, their mind is waxed gross. It's waxed into ignorance. All right? That's why, just like the scriptures say, that darkness shall cover the earth, gross darkness the people. You see? And that's what's coming to our people here. All right, this whole land is about to be covered with darkness. All right, just like in the times of Egypt. All right, it's going to come in a different form by the way of EMP blast in these days, man. And they've been telling you about this. They've been prepping you. All right, your own government has been prepping you and telling you that this is going to happen, along with the prophets that've been telling you, starting with the elders. All right, all the way back since the late 60s, man. Telling you about these things that were going to happen. And here you got this eclipse coming on the 8th, all right, which that's all spiritual. Okay, you got they want to bring in the BRICS nation money on April 1st. All right, so that can only tell you that the times that we're about to fall. This whole place is about to go. Dollar's about to collapse. This place is about to be put into darkness. All right, and all hell is about to break loose for Jacob's trouble. And like I was saying before, we've been going through Jacob's trouble through all our captivities, man. But see, this is going to be the worst Jacob's trouble we've ever gone into. Okay? It's going to be the last Jacob trouble that we go into. That's why the Lord's going to come with such force. Okay? With such so much destruction. Because you're going to learn to fear the Lord after he's done with what he's doing over here, man. Okay? And that's why you're going to wake up in the kingdom with your head down. All right? While the rest that truly believe and hearkened on to the word, we're going to celebrate it. Okay? So it says, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. You see, only the Lord can turn you, all right, to this word and can heal you from your wickedness. And this is why you have to beg for mercy unto the Lord and constantly pray. All right? Because the flesh is weak. So the Lord told us to stay prayed up because the flesh is weak. It says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. See, we're blessed to have this truth. We're blessed to be called into this truth. Okay, but now you have to stick to this truth. In order for you to be chosen, you have to be called into the truth. But then you have to do the works of the Lord, okay, to be chosen, to receive the reward. There's no reward that you're going to receive if you're not doing the work of the Lord, man. The wages of sin is death. And our people constantly walk in sin daily, man. Not even understanding their own sins. Okay? That's why the Lord said that you have forsaken yourselves. Let's grab that real quick. You have not forsaken me, you have forsaken yourselves, KJV. This is 2nd Ezra 1:27. And it says, ye have not as it were forsaken me, but your own selves, says the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And we forsaken them by turning away from him. All right? By going after the ways of the heathen. By us trying to search for a God when we have a true God and a power. You see? So, back to 13, Matthew 13 and 16, it says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Okay? For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. Okay? And you see, you had the prophets back in the days that were bringing out this word They saw certain visions, they understood certain things, but they didn't fully understand the whole truth. All right. But now that we're in these last days, all right, the Lord is giving such an increase. All right, just like the scripture says, knowledge will be increased in those days. All right. So, you know, the spirit of the prophet is subject onto the prophet. We have what you call reincarnation. All right. So those prophets that were in the ancient times preaching are back here today preaching the word with better understanding, with more understanding than they had back in the ancient world. All right. Because they were still piecing the puzzles together, the pieces of the puzzle together. But see, now all the pieces of the puzzle is laid up in front of us. Okay. You just got to do the work. You got to put the whole puzzle together. And those that finish that puzzle are the ones that are going to be worthy of this truth. It's going to be worthy of salvation and that crown of life. It says, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them. All right. Now let's go back to Jeremiah 30. And 5. And it says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, but thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Okay? So the Lord is not coming with peace, man. The Lord is coming with straight destruction to have you fear him. Okay? You don't fear the Lord. All right? He's not going to give no peace to you. You fear the Lord, he makes sure he eases up your mind. He gives you a sense of peace. Okay? Until we get the hell up out of here, and then you get your full peace. Right? It says, ask ye now and see whether a man does travel with child. All right. And how do you search for this peace, man? You search for this peace by taking on the old ways. Ask for the old past, as the scriptures say. All right. Grab that real quick. This is Jeremiah 6:16, and it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. See, that's the things that we're supposed to be praying on. Okay, you're supposed to be praying to wanting to be back into that pristine state that we once was. All right, like in the time before the flood. Okay, we were in that pristine state. That's what it goes into those giants that were on the earth. Which that word giants goes into the word Nephilim, which Nephilim goes into the word Nepal, which means the fallen ones, not fallen angels. Okay, that come from the sky and they come down and they have sex with the women of earth. Nah, man. Okay. At the end of the day, we pretty much are angels, man. All right, and ministering bodies. Okay, but like I said, man, you have to ask for the old paths. Okay, when we was perfect back in the day, and that's why the scriptures tell you to be as perfect as your Father is in heaven. You know, to the best of your ability. So when that time comes that the Lord comes to destroy this place and he sees you occupied in the word, doing the will, all right, presenting your body as a living sacrifice, now he can make you truly perfected. Okay. So it says, as for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. See, you're going to find a true rest for your souls by walking in the old paths, man. If you walk in the course of this world, it's nothing but vanity and fucking and just wickedness around you, man. Your mind is polluted. Your mind is defiled. Okay? You'll sit here and profane the name of the Lord. You'll profane the Lord's Sabbaths. Okay? You'll profane the Lord's high holy days. All right? And that's why we're constantly walking with these curses. Deuteronomy 28 chapter verse 15 tells you, right? Verse 1 tells you, if you do what the Lord tells you has commanded, right? You will be blessed with these things. But then when you go down to 15, it says, if you turn away from the word of the Lord, all right, you're going to be punished. You're going to be cursed with these things. And that's what our people are under, these curses heavy. Okay. Even us that's in this truth, we're under curses. but they get eased up off of us. All right. And we try to, you know, walk in the way of righteousness to the best of our ability. Right. It says, and you shall find rest for your souls, but they said we will not walk therein. You see, these people don't really want to have true rest. All right. See, true rest doesn't come on this side, man. See, these people are asleep, right? That our people are so asleep that they're looking for the rest on this side. And that's why they ass are sleepy as hell. Okay. But those that are awake, they're not searching for rest on this side, man. There is no rest on this side. Rest is going to come when we hit the kingdom. Okay. That's why we got to be on our grind 24/7, man, bringing out this word. Okay. It says, let me read it again. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. You know what? Let me go into that word rest. See what it say. Margua. Maragua. It says rest, a resting place. See what the rest. It says to act in an instant, stir up, disturb, which this is the root. Hold on. The root word of rest is rawagaha, ragawaha, rawagaha. It says to act in an instant. All right. So if you want rest for your souls, you have to act instantly to the word of the Lord, man. Again, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put off not day to day. Okay. This is something that you jump on now. All right. Because if you try to jump on it later, it's going to be too late. You're going to get caught up in the act. You're going to get caught with your pants down as the Lord is coming to destroy. Those that are worthy are going to take heed of the word early, man, before the Lord even comes. So when he does come, he finds you doing the work of the Lord. It says to act in an instant, stir up. All right, disturb. Woo. It says to make a twinkling, which that reminds me of First Corinthians the 15th chapter. Okay, in the twinkling in an eye, the Lord is going to change our vile bodies into those glorious bodies. That's us entering into that rest. You see, it says to rest or repose, be at rest or repose, settle quiet. It says to cause to rest of sword. You see, by you entering into this word, enter into the rest of the Lord, he's going to prevent the sword from coming upon you. Because that's what the Lord is about to bring upon this place, man. He's about to bring the sword upon these people, man. Matter of fact, let me grab that. This is, I grabbed from Google. A sword is furbished, KJV. This is Ezekiel 21:9. And it says, son of man, prophesy, which that's the main important thing that we're supposed to be doing, prophesying, coming on these highways and hedges and speaking all these things into existence and speaking this place to his destruction. All right. The Lord said, scriptures talk about how YAHAWAH'S is the spirit of prophecy. So if you're not speaking prophecy, you're not speaking the word of the Lord. You got niggas that'll just go on the fucking camera and just talk some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you're just looking at it like, what the hell is this guy talking about? You're not speaking no prophecy, you're supposed to be preparing our people for the battle. But see, if you're not speaking prophecy, you're making an uncertain sound with that trumpet. You're not blowing the trumpet and warning the people, man. You're putting the people to sleep. We're supposed to be waking up our people. The same way we have been woken up is what we're supposed to be doing to those that really want to learn this truth. Waking them up. So it says, son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. You see? The Lord coming with the sword, meaning his Esau, all right? And YAHAWAH'S is the sword too, which is the ultimate sword. Okay? The Lord said, I come not to bring peace on earth, but a sword. You see? Because he coming to divide, he coming to cut. All right, he coming to separate those that are righteous from the wicked. All right, and there's gonna be more wicked out there than righteous, man. Only 1/3 of our people gonna be saved, man. That's 33.3% of our people, while 66.6% of our people, 2/3, have to die a fucking horrible death, man. All right, they have to learn through death and pain, because while they lived on earth, they benefited the things of the world, but they never took the time to understand the true knowledge of the Lord, man. Not even understanding that through their wickedness, the Lord was still blessing them with shit of this earth, man, of this side. All right. But they come out of their own mind thinking, oh, I did that. I made it happen. No, the Lord made that happen, man. And the things that you receive on this side, the rewards on this side, ain't even a reward, man. Okay. Scriptures tell you about let me grab that. Boast not about a gift. Proverbs, I think it's 21st. Boast not of a gift, KJV. Boast not of a gift, KJV. Oh, man. Proverbs 25. Proverbs 25:14. It said, whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. See, the rewards and the gifts of this side, all right? It's all a false gift, man. Because the things that you're striving for on this side ain't got nothing to do with the righteousness of the Lord. So here it is, you're getting these gifts on this side and expecting a certain outcome to it. But when your ass realized that whole time you was just doing wickedly and the wages of sin is death, you see, that's why it tells you that it's like it says whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. You see, you're expecting a certain outcome to it, but then you don't get that outcome. You get a totally different outcome out of it. All right. So you did all that work for nothing, basically, just for the Lord to destroy you. Okay, so let's go back to Ezekiel 21 and 10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? All right, are we in the time of mirth? Absolutely not. All right, the Lord said it's better to be in the house of mourning than to be in the house of mirth. Okay, the heart of the wise is in the morning. Let me grab that. This is Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 7:1. Yeah, I started from 1. It says wisdom and folly contrasted. It says a good name is better than precious ointment. Yeah, and that's what we're supposed to be making ourselves, a good name. Okay, a good name on for YAHAWAH'S, a good name for the kingdom to come, not a good name for this world, man. Fuck this place, man. If everything on this world is about to fade away and everything with it is gonna go with it, that means that name you made for yourself on this side is gonna go with it too. All right. That's why you're supposed to lay up your treasures in heaven and not on earth, okay? Because this place is going to be done for, man. And this place is nothing, it's corrupted with nothing but rust and moth, man. But when you lay up your treasures in heaven, all right, you're putting money into that spiritual bank account. So when the Lord come back and to see and run your sheet, all right, he been doing this work, he been doing this, he been a true believer. All right, I find him worthy, okay? But if you ain't got nothing to show for it, and he open up your page and that shit is empty as hell with just lines, who does paper belong to? You see? You want to make a good name for yourself here on this side by doing the righteous works of the Lord to receive that beautiful name in the kingdom, to receive that fame in the kingdom. All right, we're gonna have fame in the kingdom for what? For the works of the Lord that we've done. Okay, which ultimately the ultimate fame is gonna be to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All glory and praises is always to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But the Lord gonna let us eat with him too, man. The Lord gonna give us a taste, all right, of that glory. And hey, Lord willing, if I am of one of those, and all the brothers that are truly in this truth, all right, you can't complain about a taste of glory, man. All right, I'll take a taste of glory any day over a full spoon of glory. I'll take that little taste. That's all you need, man. The weakest, what scripture say? The weakest is gonna be like unto King David, man, in the kingdom. All right. So it says a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. All right, which that's a cut on all those that continue to keep celebrating birthdays and shit like that. All right, y'all don't understand that every time y'all celebrating a birthday, you putting 100 curses on yourself, man. That's the beginning of a ritual. All you need is to turn off your lights, put candles around in a circle, and then your dumb ass is going around in a circle and singing a whole bunch of fucking wicked ass tunes and just putting hella spirits on you, your kids, your family. All right, yeah, that day might be great, but then the week after that, your whole fucking household is all out of order, bugged out, fighting with each other, because that shit is wicked as hell, man. What are you celebrating for, man? The Lord said that soon as a man is born of a woman, his days are full of trouble. Okay, so we're in trouble from way in the beginning. Matter of fact, let me grab this to prove that. This is Ecclesiasticus, I believe it's 40. Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus 40:1. It says, great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. All right, our people. All right, a great yoke is upon our people, man. It says, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things. All right, going back to the dust. So from the day that you're born all the way to the death, to your death, you're in trouble. So what the hell is you celebrating for, man? What are you celebrating your birthday for? We were put on this earth to suffer, which these people have no understanding of that, man. We were literally put on this earth to suffer. The same way Yahweh Shai came, right, after all his past lives of him doing what he did, when he came as Yahweh Shai, he came over here to suffer. You see? So we have to walk in the same steps. These things were, everything that was written aforetime was written for your learning, to use it as examples. You see? So acknowledge that, hey, this is what my duty is. All right? This is how I'm supposed to be moving. That's why you walk in those old paths. So it says, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things, their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their hearts. And man, the elect is troubled right now. Not in a way as in we're troubled because we fear this place. We don't fear shit here, man. We fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? But we're in fear of the Lord, knowing that he coming to destroy, in hopes that we have mercy to be able to make that next step level. You see? Because if not, you're going to be destroyed with the rest of these people, with the rest of these clowns. Okay? So we walk in fear daily. Okay? Because we don't want to be put down. We know the power of the Lord. Again, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. When we read these accounts of the scriptures, how the Lord was putting people down, if your ass ain't scared, then you truly ain't a believer then. Because what's the duty of man, man? To fear the Lord and to keep his commandments. That's the whole duty of man. And the main one being fear of the Lord. Right? It says their imagination of things to come. We have the imagination of the things to come. All right, which ain't even imaginations, man. This is the Lord giving us these visions to be able to see what's to come, to prepare ourselves mentally. All right, to prepare ourselves mentally and to prepare ourselves to constantly be praying onto the Lord. It says, and the day of, it says their imagination of things to come and the day of death. Yeah, because some of us gonna have to die in this truth. All right, scriptures tell you to strive for the truth until death. Even if it means death, you got to keep striving for it. All right, so we know, and we don't know who's the ones that are going to be martyrs or anything like that, but we know that death is coming. You know, you want to die in righteousness, all right, and not wicked, not for wickedness' sake, all right. But we know that death is coming upon this place, so it irks our mind, and it keeps us on our job to do what we're supposed to be doing. That's why the law, statutes, and commandments is your schoolmaster, is your tutor, to keep you in line, man, to keep you fearing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Even though we're not going to be saved by our works, all right, and it's going to be saved by grace, right? It still tutors you and keeps you in line to fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right? So it says their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of the heart. You see, that's what keeps us in fear with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, knowing that we could be put through a damn windshield while you driving at any damn time for being disobedient. But the Lord is long suffering and has great mercy upon us, and our people don't acknowledge that, man, and got some fools for that. All right, because the Lord is a beautiful power, man, and he's righteous in all his ways. And as much wickedness as we've done, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for giving us grace, all right, and being able to turn back to him. It says, for him that sitteth on the throne of glory, unto him that is humbled in the earth and ashes. All right, so it says, let's read that again. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death troubled their thoughts and caused fear of the heart. From him that sitteth on the throne of glory, unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes. From him that weareth purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with linen frock. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger, strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, do change his knowledge. So all the things that we read about the scriptures, all these things that are happening to us in our lives, because when you have understanding, when things happen to you, all right, it's either because of chastisement or is for punishment, okay? But regardless for what it is, these things, as it says right here, it changes our knowledge, all right? That's what makes us present our bodies as a living sacrifice and transform the transform the renewing of our mind, as it tells you in, let me grab that, Romans 12:1, and it says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. All right, and how you gonna present your bodies as a living sacrifice? Keeping your law, statutes, commandments, doing it to the best of your ability, doing the work of the Lord. All right, if you're meant to be out there preaching the word, all right, going to the men, you should be out there preaching the word of the Lord. That's your ultimate way of presenting your body as a living sacrifice, because we can't do sacrifices like we did in the ancient times anymore, where we was throwing up animal sacrifices. But Yahushua came and was the ultimate sacrifice. That's why we don't have to do that no more. So because the Lord gave up himself as a sacrifice and we're following in his examples, we're giving up ourselves as a living sacrifice also, by sacrificing ourselves, taking away everything that we have on this side and sacrificing ourselves to the word of the Lord. Okay, so it says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, see, by the mercy of the Lord, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, all right, meaning separate. Scriptures say, right, be ye separate and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. To be separate is to be holy, okay? They walking around wicked, you're going to walk around in holiness, man. It says, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Okay, that's your reasonable service by being holy and presenting your body as a living sacrifice. That's what's going to have the Lord accept you and make you worthy, all right, to receive that crown of life. And be not conformed. See, we're not going to be conformed. We're not going to get caught up with the things of this world, all right, with the lust of this place, with the philosophies of this place. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect. See, by you transforming your mind and walking in the ways of the Lord, he's telling you that you are proving that what is good and acceptable and perfect. Because I just told you, we can't be perfect because we are subject unto vanity. But by doing the will of the Lord to the best of your ability in his sight, you are deemed as worthy. Okay? It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. For I say, though the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh has dealt to every man the measure of faith. Okay? So you don't want to think, don't puff yourself up with knowledge. All right? When you puff up yourself with knowledge, the Lord don't like that, man. You puff up yourself with knowledge, now you coming out like Esau. All right, now you're walking with great pride, and the Lord hates pride. Pride is when one departs from YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi, man. Pride is hated before the Lord and man. Okay? Hey, Shalom, brother. YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi Barakatah. Yo, I saw your message the other day too. Salakia, brother, I haven't got back to you. I'm gonna talk to you today though. Yeah, I see you got me. I got you, brother. Salakia for that. Forgive me, brother. Let me see what he got here. This is Hebrews 12 and 11. It says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Okay? See, that's why we get chastised, man. That's why we go through our chastisements and our punishment. Because the Lord loves you. Okay? The Lord said, what did he say? If you're not being chastised, you are considered as a bastard. All right? That means you have no father. All right? Your father is YAHWAH'S Yahawashi. Okay? So when you do the will of the Lord, all right, within time, he will give you that increase, right? And you will have the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Yeah, you have to exercise it. This whole truth is like an exercise, man. It's repetition. You got to keep doing it over and over and over again. Just like we was reading earlier, which I never got to finish it. I'm going to hit it right now. Joshua. Joshua 1 and 8, KJV. Joshua 1 and 8, KJV. It says, this book of the law shall not depart from thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. That's why these niggas ain't prosperous in this damn lifetime, man. That's why these niggas walking around as bums, beat the fuck up, got nothing in it, nothing to show for it, right? Because you're not walking in the ways of righteousness. You're not constantly locking into the word of the truth. All right. So your way is not going to be prosperous. You're going to remain at the bottom of society. And even though we have this truth, we're still at the bottom, man. But hey, we're at the bottom according to this society. We ain't at the bottom according to YAHWAH'S Yahawashi. We're above all these fucking people out here, man. Straight up. And Lord willing, he keep us. All right. And keep all you true believers and you sincere sisters in this truth, man. The few that is out there. So it says, this book of the law shall not depart out of their mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. You see, you got these niggas out here, you know, I'm a successful person. You know, I got $2 million in my bank account. I got a great job. I got you know, I got all these cars and flashy and all this extra shit, right? But then you go ask them what you know about the Lord. They ain't got no answer for you. Then the nigga, you ain't prosperous then. You ain't successful. Because you gonna die in this motherfucking shithole right here. You see? If you could tell me something to the Lord and give me good advice to my salvation, all right, then I see that you're successful. Now I see you prosperous. Okay? But with the knowledge of this world, it's foolishness to the eyes of the Lord, man. There ain't no prospering in that. All right? So going back to Romans. Oh, no, reading what brother was bringing out. Let me read that one more time. It says, now, Hebrews 12:11, now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. All right, yeah, hey, it's gonna get real rough, man. The Lord gonna make you real uncomfortable, man. You know, I don't like to bring myself into it, but shit I'm going through, bro. I ain't never been so uncomfortable in my life. All right, I'm fucking bouncing back. Let me put you on. Not too long ago, this is why I haven't come out in weeks, because there was like I said, it was a whole situation that went on with my brother. And the day that shit happened with my brother, I went to my old house. Like if people have been watching videos that I put out, you know, being homeless and all that shit, for 4 months, the Lord had me in my old house. I was kicked out of that house and everything. There was nobody living in there. And I shit you not, the Lord kept me there for 4 months extra. They ain't pay no rent. I had heat in there. I had water. Fridge was working and all that. And I would just go there in the nighttime, right? And then all of a sudden, this whole shit happened with my brother. And that same thing that happened, the same day that thing happened with my brother, I went back to my house to cool off. And then all of a sudden, police pops up in my house. And somehow I slipped out of that shit, got out of there, and they didn't find my ass. But it was crazy because the next day, all right, one of my peoples passed by the house and they hit me up. They was like, yo, somebody in that house, you because he knew I was staying in there. He was like, yo, somebody in your house. And it was crazy because somebody moved in that night. So that means that night that I dipped off, that same night they came in. And that's the Lord working. See, he kept me away. The whole situation I went through, it was all chastisement. I was pissed the hell off that I was going through that shit with my brother, but it was for a good reason, man, because the Lord was protecting me anyway. Because imagine if I would have fell asleep and then them niggas would have came up early in the morning. I would have been in trouble. I would have been locked up, trespassing, all that shit. I'm going to talk about it now because there are people living in there. Ain't nobody catch me while I was in there. So, you know, now I can speak on it, you know, and the Lord was protecting me, all right? And then it had me to the point where I had to get the hell up out of here because police was calling me. You know, it wasn't nothing that I was going to go to jail for or nothing, but the fact that the times that we're in, I don't need to be going through any of that shit because we're not supposed to be giving offense that the ministry be not blamed. You see, here it is. I could get locked up for some bullshit real quick. Like I said, it's not going to be something I'm going to get locked up on a high level, but they wanted me to come in and answer their questions so they could put me on file because a report was made. I don't need that because at any time Esau could use that shit against me. You see? So I had to bounce from here, and every time I was, everywhere I went, I shit you not, it was always police behind me somehow. And that shit went away a long time ago, man. When I first came into this truth, the Lord took all that police shit away from me. You know, I didn't have to be worried about police no more. None of that. And when I started seeing too much police, I was trying to figure it out. Like, is it fucking Satan messing with me, or is this the Lord trying to tell me something? So because I couldn't really figure it out, I had to lay low for a little bit. I couldn't even do videos because where I'm at, the fucking house that I was staying at, no service whatsoever, yo. And then right where I was at, it was always just mad police. So I didn't want to leave the spot I was at because my brake lights is out. My damn front light is out. All types of problems and chastisements going with cars. Phone service is not working. And that shit was not joyous, yo. It was making me paranoid, you know? But we have to eat it, man. We have to continue to strive in those things, man. So when you go through these chastisements, these punishments, they might not be joyous, but it's for your own good, man. Because the Lord cared for you. If the Lord didn't care for you, he would just let you be a reprobate mind and continue to go until you just play yourself out. All right. But the Lord always has care for his elect. So he's going to always pick you up in the time of need, strengthen you in your weaknesses, pop up when you need them the most, you know. And look, now after good 3 weeks of calming down and all that shit, now I'm able to come out here. I still got to wash myself, you know, because they could just pop up anytime. And like I said, they just going to come to ask me questions. There ain't nothing like that. I'm going to get locked up for weeks and shit. Nothing like that. It's a report that was made. So you have to, you know, you have to put your side of the story. But, you know, the Lord kept me, he kept me away from all that through that whole entire time. You know, and now I'm able to come back out here and bring out the word. So as a matter of fact, since it's the Passover, all right, you know, we have to get the leaven out of ourselves, man. All right. Before you even take the real leaven out of your house, all right, you got to take the leaven out of your house, which your house is this body. Okay. So I apologize to any brothers, sisters that I have offended for me not coming out here and bringing out the word or anything like that. I ask that you forgive me. And ultimately, you know, I ask YAHAWAH'S to forgive me, and that in hopes that I didn't offend him. You know what I'm saying? But Salakia for that, just wanted to bring that out. But going back into these scriptures, all right, none of these things seem joyous when we're going through them. All right, but it's for our own benefit, because it says, nevertheless, after it yielded the peaceable fruit, all right, Salakia, but grievous, nevertheless, afterward, it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. All right. So every time you go through these things, chastisements and things like that, the Lord is strengthening you. He's strengthening you more and more. Okay? Because remember, the house of David is going to wax stronger and stronger, while the house of Saul and the rest of these 2/3, they're just going to be more weak, and more reprobate. Okay? So it says, 13, Hebrews 13 and 15. It says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh continually. You see, that's a continual thing that we have to do. Pray without season. All right. We have to glorify the name of the Lord as much as we can. Right. Let me grab that real quick. Glorify the Lord as much as we can, KKB. Glorify the Lord as much as you can, KKB. Which that goes into Ecclesiastes 43 and 30. And it says, when you glorify the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, exalt him as much as you can. See, that's another form of you presenting yourself as a sacrifice. Okay? Because I tell you straight up, man, from experience, when you go off, yo, Satan will come to mess with your mind, to keep you from glorifying Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, from calling on the name of the Lord, man. And I've been through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not cool. You know, I have to pray on a whole nother level for mercy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Satan does. That's why it's better that you don't slip up at all. Try your hardest, man, because every time you slip, it's going to be harder for you to come back. All right. If the Lord even allows you to come back. Okay. But going back, it says, when you glorify the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, exalt him as much as you can. For even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength, man. Okay. That's a true sacrifice. Constantly putting your strength and your all into Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi. See, it's easy to do the wrong thing. It's hard to do the righteous thing. It's hard to keep yourself in righteousness because we're surrounded by so much vanity and so much wickedness. Okay? But you got to find the way for it. And the only way you're going to find that way is by staying in this word, meditating in the word, and having that knowledge and wisdom for stability. It says, When you exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for you can never go far enough. Yeah, there is no end to serving the Lord, man. You serve the Lord daily, every day. When we hit the kingdom, that's going to be every day, probably 7 times a day or more. You see? That's who the Lord is looking for. Those that are going to constantly call upon his name and constantly pray. All right? If you're not praying and you're not calling on the name of the Lord, what he going to be there for you for? You're not even searching for him, man. You got these people that walk around in wickedness and they don't even want to search for an ounce of righteousness. I look at people all the time and I'll be like, bro, do you ever think in your mind to change your ways into some type of righteousness other than doing the same fucking routine you're always doing? And people they're so strong in that delusion and so reprobate they don't care. They can't see it. It's like they don't believe that they can do any type of righteousness. And that's why? Because Esau has put them demons on your ass. Okay? It says, who has seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hid greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works. You see? So the Lord listen, man, the Lord got so many beautiful things that's coming to us that we cannot even fathom, man. You know? Even on this side, when we get blessed with certain things for doing the will of the Lord, all right, because he will bless us on this side, man, for doing his will, all right, as long as you continue to keep doing his will, all right. But what we receive on this side ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, because what we're about to receive in the kingdom, there are things greater than we can even imagine that he's going to give us, man, for doing his will. Okay, it's like on this side. What happens when you're in a tournament or something, any type of anything that requires like a trophy and shit like that, you know? When you're done with doing that thing, you get that trophy, right? And it feels great, all right? When we hit that kingdom, our trophies is gonna be crazy good, yo, like beyond, all right? The Lord gonna bless you with a whole planet. Here, you did the will of the Lord, I'll give you this whole planet right here for you. You can't imagine that shit on this side. On this side, you're going to get a little trophy and a piece of paper that said, good job. On the other side, you get an eternal life, rest, planets, wisdom instilled in your mind for the rest of your life. Eternal life, man. No tears, no pain. You see? But because these people are all about walking in the flesh, they can't see the spiritual things, because the spiritual man, the carnal man received not the things of the spirit, man. So they can't picture themselves getting something better than this fucking place right here. Right? It says, hold on, let me open that shit up. There you go. So let me read it one more time from 29. It says, the Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. Matter of fact, let me grab it. Woo! Let me go up a little bit. This is 20. All right, 26. It says, by him the end of them has prosperous success, and by his word all things consist. We may speak much and yet come short. Wherefore in some he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. When ye glorify the Lord YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary. See, you can't be weary, man. The Lord ain't looking for no quitters. The Lord is looking for those that's going to keep pushing through all that, man. All right? It's a race. It's a race. You can't get weary in a race, because the moment you get weary in a race, the next man gonna pass you. It ain't nothing for the Lord to replace you, man. The Lord will replace you in 2 seconds out here, man. All right? There's always somebody else that's hungrier than you. You don't want to do the job? The Lord will go get somebody. The Lord will go get somebody that you least expected to take over your spot and do your job. Okay? So it says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet he will far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary. For ye can never go far enough. Who has seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? And who's going to be the ones to do that? The elect. The elect is going to do that. All right. The elect is rolling out that red carpet for Yahawashi right now. All right. The Lord has put our minds and stirred up our minds back into remembrance to be able to exalt him. Okay. And best believe that we're in remembrance and we're going to exalt Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi every single time, man. Let me grab this real quick. This is I knew it was going to do that. Damn, you're going to make me go out of my thing. Keep not silent, KJV. This is Isaiah 62:6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh, keep not silence and give him no rest. You see, we're supposed to constantly glorify Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi and make mention of his name, man. All right? You're not supposed to keep no silence, man. You're supposed to be opening your mouth, all right? And making what's the name? I had a precept in my head. Let me continue to read it though. I didn't want to go to Google because I got like a couple books open on it right now. Come on. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, nor day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay? The Lord Yahweh has sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength. Surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies, and the sons of the stranger shall not drink thy wine, for the which thou hast labored. All right, so the point is, that's why I didn't want to get out of there. Gotta go back to Ecclesiasticus 43 and 30. And it says, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary. All right. So if you're weary, then that means that you stop making mention of the Lord, man. Again, the name of the Lord is not to be stopped from being said, man. We got to constantly say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi's name in this time. That's why this place is falling apart. That's why these people tearing out their hair. That's why Esau going crazy and coming down on us with great wrath. Because that name has been stirred back into the way of remembrance. All right. So now that's how you know that this name has true power. How long has these motherfuckers been calling on Jesus and all these other false ass gods and ain't nothing happened? But the moment the true men of the Lord, right, starting all the way back in the late 60s, started coming out, bringing out this word all the way till now, especially when the pandemic hit in 2020. From 2020 to 2024, this is the most you've seen the men out there bringing out the word of the Lord. All right? Because everybody waking up to that now. All right? The thing is that some of these people are lazy as hell, so they wake up and they go right back to sleep. Those that are truly woken, they're going to stay awake and they're not going to go back to sleep because they know that rest is when YAHAWAH'S come, man. You see? So it says, and when you exalt and put forth all your strength and be not weary, for you can never go far enough. Who has seen him and who has seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hid greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works. We've only seen a few of his works, man. We haven't even seen the full potential of the Lord. We're about to find out the full potential of YAHAWAH'S real soon, man. And this is how you're gonna know who are the true believers. Okay? We're about to find out who really believe in YAHAWAH'S, because people could talk a good one. All right? Any nigga could just throw on a garment and say, I believe. Any woman could just throw on a hair wrap and say, I'm righteous. You know? But the real works of the Lord, right? The true believers are going to be made manifest. Okay? When you see these all hell breaking loose and you see everybody else dying and your ass is still alive, the Lord having favor in you, man. When you see that these martial law troops come looking everywhere for these for the prophets, okay? When you see brothers on national TV, okay, and they're over there telling you wanted, like we playing a game of Zelda or some shit. Wanted pictures everywhere. Oh, we're gonna offer. We'll offer you some money. You just gotta let us know where they at. Your own family gonna turn on you. All right, we don't hope for these things, but it's prophecy. It has to happen, and we don't know who's gonna go through those things. So that's why you got to be prepared for these things, man. That time of the persecution is coming, really heavy. That's what it really means to have that yoke upon the sons of Adam, man. Because why you think? I always believe that they know exactly who we are. This is why they've been gathering information generation after generation, captivity after captivity. All right. I always said this is why they be drawing your blood when you go to these hospitals, because our blood different from all these other heathens, man. Our genes is different from everybody else. All right. The moment you're born and they take your blood, they know what you're about. You know? So the Lord, again, has that heavy yoke upon our people, man. We're in trouble since the day we're born. Hold on real quick. Let me finish reading these real quick, the brother had. This is Hebrews 13 and 15. It says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. Okay? What's coming out your mouth, all right, it is very crucial, man. Scriptures tell you life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you're speaking constantly YAHAWAH'S, then there's life in you. You see? You ain't speaking the Lord, it's nothing but death in you. It says, but to do good and to communicate, forget not. For with such sacrifices, Yahweh is well pleased. This is 1 Corinthians 5 and 7, and it says, purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump. You see? You got to purge out the old leaven out of yourself, man. To purge out the old leaven, you have to examine yourself daily. It don't have to be the Passover for you to just purge out the leaven out of you. You should be purging out the leaven every single day. Okay? Always trying to find something. Your mentality should be, I can always do better than yesterday. Okay? I'm sure that because we're subject to vanity, there is always some type of fucking leaven in us, man. But your job is to constantly get it out. Get it out as much as you can. Because by the time the Lord come back, all that purging you did, all that leaven gonna be out of you. And you're gonna be made that perfect sacrifice. Right? That you may be a new lump as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Hey man, Lord willing, the water, brother. Call Haloim La YAHAWAH'S YAHAWAH'S, man. The Lord be doing wonders, man. There's been times where, man, I felt like the Lord wasn't dealing with me. But that ain't nothing but fucking Satan, bro. All right? That ain't nothing but Satan. Whenever you have to doubt, that is Satan coming to mess with you, man. All right? Because the Lord don't deal with people that doubt. That shit is a disease when you doubt. All right? That shit is like a cancer. That shit will eat you alive when you start to doubt. Okay? And the Lord told you that in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Be not afraid, neither doubt. You see, you're not supposed to doubt. Because the moment you doubt, you open that door, you open the tiniest little crack for Satan to come and mess with you, man. All right? And we got to keep Satan away. Because why? Satan is looking for that weakling to see whom he may devour. Okay? I had a couple books open. Let me finish this one because I start jumping around, going precept to precepts and all that. Going back to Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. All right. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men. You see, that feasting shit, that's why this place is about to go. Because America's just based on one big ass feast. Everything's about a fucking party, man. Okay? And the Lord is not down with none of that. Matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 37, 36. This is what happened with those that kept feasting. All the people in the time of Noah that went through that flood, they drowned in that flood because they were in the spirit of feasting. None of them were in the spirit of mourning. Here you had Noah that was in the spirit of mourning, building a whole ark for them, prophesying for 120 years, and these niggas thought it was a whole joke. You see? And why did they think it was a joke? Because they were in the spirit of feasting. When you feast, everything is jokes and laughter and shit. Right? So it says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Okay? So nobody knows, not even Yahawashi, not even the angels. Okay? But the Lord left us clues, left us signs to show what time we are in. Lord said, measure the times diligently within itself. And then you'll know that the Lord is visiting. Okay? So it says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Yo, I was just brother throwing up the curses too. I was sitting here throwing up them curses too, bro. I said you cannot make this up. I said I'm over here talking about how Satan always trying to fuck with my shit, and here he come messing with my shit. Out of a whole battery, a whole half a battery, bro, and that shit just died. Can't make it up, bro. Hold on real quick. Let me tie this shit around here. Right. The word coming out, he really is, bro. Khan, just like faith, the size of a mustard seed can flourish, so can doubt the size. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's all you need. That's it. Like the brother just said. Is that you all you need is a grain of a mustard seed for your faith, and that's the only seed. That's about the amount of faith, the amount of doubt you need for Satan to fuck your whole life up. Absolutely. Hold on, like YAHAWAH'S shot being able to get back up on it. As soon as I seen that shit, I was like, you fucking Satan, bro. That nigga never stop. And you can't even get mad at Satan, because Satan doing what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. Honestly. All right? All right, so we were at Ecclesiastes 7:1, 7:4. Salaki, he definitely messed up my train of thought. But I'll get back into it. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise. Yeah. See, our people are the type that they don't like to hear a rebuke. Our people like to walk in wickedness, and they don't want nobody to tell them they doing wicked. All right? But that's your downfall right there, man. Because in life, we have to be corrected, man. You know? When you get correction, man, that's showing true humbleness. All right? The Lord put it, he wants us to be, you should want to be corrected. Even when I wasn't in his truth, if I did something wrong, shit, I would want somebody to tell me I'm doing something wrong. You know? How the hell you expect to learn and grow if you don't know what the hell you're doing wrong? If you don't know what the hell you got to change in yourself, man. All right? So correction is a must. This is it says, Proverbs 3:11, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord Yahweh, neither be weary of his correction. All right? Because you got people that, you might get weary off the correction because your ass been so wicked that you had to get corrected on so many things. But it's worth it. All right? It's worth it. It's for you to make yourself a perfect sacrifice unto the Lord, man. You're supposed to be without spot or blemish. All right? If you don't like correction, you're gonna walk around with all type of blemishes and spots, man. All right. If you're not corrected, you'll walk around with holes in your doctrine all damn day, man. Right? It says, this is Proverbs 15:10. It says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem when you are being corrected, all right? Because you're not about this truth anyway. You don't want to walk in the ways of the Lord, man. These people are comfortable in their wickedness, and them demons got such a stronghold on them that they're not themselves. They're just a whole demon walking around, man. And you can see it in these people's faces and eyes, man. It says, give me a second. This is Proverbs 22:15. It says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. All right? Which that's going into children, all right? Because we're supposed to correct our children with the rod of correction, which that's something that this generation is missing. ass whoopings. Old school shit. As for the old past, we need to go back to them old days where we was whooping kids' asses. Okay? But because Esau come with these grievous ass laws and shit, all right, trying to make righteousness and turn it into wickedness. Now you can't even touch your children without fucking your own children calling difus on your ass. You see? But that's what this place is missing. All right, ass whoopings. But this verse is talking about children. But are we not children when we're walking in the ways of foolishness? Okay. The Lord said, when I was a child, I spake like a child. Okay. You have to grow up at one point, man. These niggas is living in their second childhood. They grow up out of being a child. They come into their teens and then they come into their adult life. And these niggas still in their second childhood. Still doing the same shit that they were doing back in fucking high school, man. So you're considered as a child unto the Lord. All right. The Lord said, be not tossed to and fro like a child. All right. With every wind of doctrine. Why? Because children, you could brainwash them to do anything. And they'll believe it. You could tell them the fucking sky is pink. And they're like, yeah, really? Okay. You know, so our people are like children. Right? So it says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it away. See, when the Lord come and bring that rod of correction to you, all right, which is the ways of righteousness, and how he gonna correct you with that rod of correction? Whooping your ass with this Bible spiritually. All right, you'll start to read the things that you were doing wicked, and you'll feel condemned through the Spirit. And then you either gonna be one to take heed of it and take that correction wisely and take it into consideration and appreciate that correction, or you're gonna be one that's just gonna talk shit. All right, and what's gonna happen? Like it tells you right here. It says 15:10. Foolishness is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. You don't want to be corrected? All right, cool. You already know. We just gave you the outcome of what happens when you don't want to be corrected. So a wise person will say, you know what? I ain't trying to go through that. I'd rather take the correction. You see, I'd rather follow the ways of the Lord to the best of my ability. All right. And see, the way of correction truly about to come through the way of Jacob's trouble. All right. When the Lord bring that destruction, that these niggas is going to want to try to do righteously at that time. But the problem is, it's going to be too late. You were supposed to take heed of that early. You were supposed to show works of righteousness before the Lord got here. You can't show works of righteousness once he's here. Okay. He already made up his mind. Okay. He already came to destroy this place. You see? So the way when Jacob's trouble comes, that's going to be the true correction for our people. And that's why they're going to be corrected. And then they're going to wake up in the kingdom of shame. Because they were corrected. What happens when you get corrected and you get your ass whooped by your parents? You go sit in the corner, you cry about it, and you put your head down. Well, that's the same thing that's going to happen in the kingdom. You're going to get corrected on this side. You're going to get put to death. And then you have to wake up in the kingdom with that little sad ass face like them little kids when they look up at you with them little with the little puss in the boots eyes and shit. Them big ass little sorrow eyes trying to make you feel bad. You know? But ain't nobody gonna feel bad for you, man, because you were already told what was your duty and you just didn't want to listen. Okay? And our people, our people's like if they like the Lord done cut their ears off, man. They don't like to listen at all. They just like to do what that they had that do with that wilt spirit. They like to do whatever the fuck they think is right. You know, scriptures tell you that there's a way that seemeth right unto man, but the ways of it is death. Right? It might seem right to you, but is it right to the Lord? Absolutely not. All right. So correction is well needed, man. And the Lord is going to bring that true correction upon our people. In fact, since I was talking about Jacob's trouble, let me go back to that. I was on that earlier. They about to, man, the Lord got everything set up right now for Jacob's trouble, man. All right. Jacob's trouble about to come upon us. That Rice Krispie treat about to be presented to everybody. All right. Matter of fact, I was looking for it because I was gonna do videos yesterday, but I was looking for this video all day because again, let me show you how Satan be fucking with me. Here it is. I found a video. I believe it was Ice Spice. I don't know if it was Ice Spice or not to the fullest, but it looked like her. I know it was a female rapper, and I stumbled across this video on some weird shit. It was a short video, not like a real YouTube video. It was like, you know, when you go to YouTube and you have shorts. It was a short video. And the girl went to pay and she scanned with her tongue. She just went over the thing and went, ah. So that means she already had the brain chip inside her. And me seeing that, I grabbed it, I shared it, and I sent it right to my own phone. When I went to go look for that shit wasn't even there. And I was searching all day for that video, yo, and I couldn't find it because it was too crucial. I needed that video because I wanted to do a lesson on how these celebrities are now going to start. They're going to start advertising it now. This is where you're going to start seeing these celebrities coming out with these little commercials and doing dumb shit like that, scanning with their tongues and showing you all the cool side of it, showing you how convenient it could be and all that, you know. And when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, they're about to bring it out, all right? Because you already got commercials that are being brought out. You got commercials internationally being spoken about this damn thing, man. Okay? So the three major prophecies is about to happen right in front of your face, and they're gonna happen right back to back to back, simultaneously, like just like that. All right, and the last one gonna be World War III, which we're already in the midst of World War III. All right, with all these, you literally see everybody globally starting to come up against each other, nation against nation. Okay, people standing up against the other people. All right, which eventually is just gonna lead to this whole place being annihilated by thermonuclear missile. Okay, but let me go into that that judgment. As a matter of fact, that's spiritual right there. I just said it's about to be thermonuclear missile, and then woo, here comes the fire truck. It's all spiritual, man. So this is, here we go. Go Satan. Now my shit froze. All right, going back to Jeremiah 30. I'll take it back from 4. Hold on. It says, and these are the words, 30 and 4 in Jeremiah, and these are the words of the Lord. And these are the words that the Lord Yahawah spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah, northern kingdom and southern kingdom. For thus saith the Lord Yahawah, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Excuse me. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the he that is going to be saved out of it is going to be the elect. All right, those that put in the time and effort into Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, put in the work. All right, so we receive the benefits. Okay, the Lord said, you do his will, no evil shall touch you, man. No harm shall touch you. Right? And then it says, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So it's going to be a time that we have never seen in our lives before. Worse than any other time that we were in slavery. Okay? Y'all thought, and those times it was crazy. Every time we was in different captivities, man. We was going through some wild shit. But now you take all those captivities that we went through. All right, this captivity that we in right now is going to top all them other 6 captivities. Because this is the 7th captivity right here, right? All them other 6 captivities is going to be combined into one, right? Just like all these different captivities and nations that were ruling over us, basically Esau has taken from each one of those captivities, right? And taken on the ways of how they did things in those days, man. Okay? Hamite ass looking. You know when you see a Hamite, bro. Hamites be looking crazy, bro. It says, let me grab, oh, matter of fact, let me grab it in the NLT. It says, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end they will be saved. Right? It says, for in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord of hosts, I will break the yoke from their necks and snap their chains. Foreigners will no longer be their masters. For my people will serve the Lord their and that's what the Lord did, man. All right, the true believers, what he did is he took us out of that mental captivity that we were in by stirring our ways back into the way of remembrance. Okay, we're no longer walking around lost as hell. We're no longer walking around lost as hell, not knowing knowing what our heritage is. Okay, we're not walking around calling ourselves Spanish, blacks. No, we the true Hebrew Israelites. That's simple as that. Now we understand it, so now we could call back on our power. Okay, so our power can save us. So it says, for my people will serve the Lord their power. Yeah, because it tells you in Zephaniah 3:9 that our people gonna turn to, that he gonna turn to a people of a pure language. Right? Zephaniah 3:9, and it says, for then I will turn to the people of a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. You see? So it says, and my bad, I was reading in NLT, but I did want to read it there. It says, for in that day, says the Lord of heaven's armies, I will break the yoke from their necks and snap their chains. Foreigners will no longer be their masters, for my people will serve the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai their power, and their king descended from David. The king I will raise up for them. All right. So in that time of Jacob's trouble is going to be, damn, this phone dying too. It's going to be a time that we have never seen at all. All right. Let's go to Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right. Yeah, the ones that are going to be delivered is going to be the ones that are written in the book of life. Okay. The rest is going to be part of the book of judgment. Okay. But the ones that truly believe, the Lord going to spare you in that day, man. And he going to show you power. He going to show you miracles. All right. And it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. All right. Yeah, because most of our people are in confusion, man. Okay. And our people are waking up out of that confusion now. Right. And it says and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt. All right. The elect is going to have everlasting life. The 2/3 that walk around with their head down is going to walk around with shame and everlasting contempt. Right. It says many of those whose bodies lie dead and buried will rise up. Yeah, which that's another thing. Because you're going to have those that died in the truth and died in righteousness. They're going to be waking up from the dust too. And they're going to have everlasting life. Those are going to be the first that are going to get raised up. And they're going to be waiting for us on them chariots. Right? And it says, many of those whose bodies lie dead and buried will rise up, some to everlasting life. Yeah, let me say that again. It says, many of those whose bodies lie dead and buried will rise up. All right, because those that don't have this understanding remain in the congregation of the dead. All right, so you considered as a dead man, right? And it says, and buried. So those that died in the truth and righteously, they're going to be raised up. Some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting disgrace. See, who wants to be in a kingdom like that, man? With everlasting disgrace. It says, those who are wise will shine as bright as the sky, and those who lead many to righteousness will shine like the stars forever. Yeah, because why? They kept their candle burning. All right, when you keep your candle burning, you can light somebody else's candle to keep on going. When you let your light go out, you can't even light up the next man's. You don't got the oil, you ain't got the light. You see? It says, those who are wise will shine as bright as the sky, and those who lead many to righteousness will shine like the stars forever. It says, but you, Daniel, keep this prophecy a secret, seal it, and that's how we supposed to be moving. We can't cast our pearls before swine, man. All right, that's something I learned, being in this truth, after so many years. That in the beginning, I was just excited to tell everybody and their damn mama. I was even telling my dog. Straight up, I was excited to just tell, not just no heathens. I'm talking about our people. I was excited to tell every single person about this truth. But you know what it is? You can't even do that, man, because what we have is a secret thing. All right, just like the Illuminati has their little secret shit. All right, the Lord has the real Illuminati is us. All right, illuminated with the true light of YAHAWAH'S. So we have our secrets that we can't give to nobody unless the Lord gives you that spirit to do it. Unless the Lord is going to transform somebody, you see, then it won't remain a secret onto those people. All right, but if the gospel be hid, right, like the scripture said, all right, and for the gospel to be hid from you is basically to be kept a secret from you. All right, if the gospel be hid, it's because the God of this world has blinded the masses of them. You see, so we have to keep this truth to ourselves, right, and be careful who we give this truth on to, because you got these damn demons around you, and these demons will use that shit against you, man. And like I said, not everybody that say Shalom, YAHAWAH'S, that doesn't mean that they're in the truth, man. Okay? Remember, Satan will disguise himself as the form of light. You got Satan that will disguise himself as the light of YAHAWAH'S. And the whole time, they're a whole damn demon with a whole agenda to take you down. Right? It says, but you, Daniel, keep this prophecy a secret, seal up the book until the time of the end. All right? And that time, and that time of the end is here. This is why everything is just coming out in the open now. All right? Because the gospel has to be preached throughout the four corners of the earth so the end could come. Right? It says, when many will rush here and there, and knowledge will increase. All right, and we in those days, knowledge is being increased. All right, here it is that the elders put all that work in for 35 plus years, right? And now the men that are out here that just started, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, they have a tremendous amount of knowledge because the Lord has increased them with that knowledge. All right, because you had the elders that put in that work, that dedicated their whole life, man. They gave up their 20s, their 30s, you know what I'm saying, to all get the word and knowledge of YAHAWAH'S to be able to explain it to the true believers, man. Okay, and look, you got brothers that you would think brothers was in this truth for like 20 years, the way they coming out with the word. Why? Because that knowledge has been increased in them. The Lord gave them that increase. Okay, and the Lord's gonna give you up to your measure of faith. How much you can, information you can hold in you, basically. It says, then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood. Now, my bad. Let me go down to. I wanted I want 10, but let me see something quick. Yeah, you know what? Let me keep reading. It says, one of them asked the man, Salakia. It says, then I, Daniel, looked and saw two others standing on opposite banks of the river. One of them asked the man dressed in linen, who was now standing above the river, how long will it be until these shocking events are over? The man dressed in linen, who was standing above the river, raised both his hands toward heaven and took a solemn oath by the one who lives forever, saying, it will go on for a times and half a time, when the shattering of the holy people has finally come to an end. All these things will have happened. I heard what he said, but I did not understand what he meant. So I asked, how will all this finally end, my Lord? But he said, go now, Daniel, for what I have said is kept secret and sealed until the time of the end. Many will be purified, cleansed, and refined by these trials, but the wicked will continue in their wickedness, and none of them will understand. Only those who are wise will know what it means. You see? So the Lord telling you that the majority of the people not going to get it. Okay? It said only, what it say? Many will be purified, cleansed, and refined by these trials, but the wicked will continue in their wickedness. Why? Because they have pleasure in doing in their wickedness. Right? It says only those who are wise will know what it means. And let me grab Proverbs. I know what I want, but I just want to see. Guess I'll take 22. It says, how long will you simple ones love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit onto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh, they were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Yeah, because you lean to your own understanding. You see? And when you lean to your own understanding, that's just going to lead you to your death, man. All right? Scriptures tell you it's better to put your confidence in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh, put your trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah than to put your confidence in man. Okay? Tell you not to lean to your own understanding. Telling you that your own vain opinion, all right, that many are deceived by their own vain opinions. Why? Because they all hate knowledge, and they didn't choose to fear the Lord of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So they despised all his reproof, and that's why the Lord said they're gonna have to eat. All right, they're gonna eat of the fruit of their own way. See, when the time comes, keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep that same energy that your ass had on this side, not believing that when the time comes of destruction and the Lord is tearing this place apart, keep that same energy of not believing. All right? Don't come all of a sudden trying to change it all up. Oh, I believe this. Nah. You got to keep that same energy. Stay true to yourself. Right? It says, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that hated knowledge did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Yeah, yeah. See, by you leaning to your own understanding, eventually it's going to have you leaning into Egypt. All right. You're going to go to Egypt for help. All right. And what's going to happen is that Egypt going to fill you with that ultimate device. Okay. Then you're going to be walking around with that device. And we already know what device that is. Going into that Rice Krispie treat. Okay. Matter of fact, let's see what it says with devices in there. Y'all ready to learn the truth? Huh? You aware of the truth? So what you aware of? Since you aware of what time we in right now? I'm being for real. Come here. Now I ain't trying to quiz you. Come here. Come here real quick. Get 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You say you aware. So if you aware, what's about to happen, America? What's about to happen? What's going to happen to America? According to the Bible. It's all in the Quran. Nah, we don't do Quran. You know where they get the Quran from? They try to get it from the Bible, the real Bible. This is what's going to happen to our people right here. These are the main things that are about to happen. 3 prophecies. Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast, and World War III. Right? Right? This is about to come upon our people. They're about to cut the lights out. EMP attacks and everything. That's why they've been warning you over and over that we're getting EMP attack and we're getting cyber attacks and all that because they really want to cut off all the lights. When they do that, they won't be able to bring martial law troops. We're going to have martial law troops everywhere out here. Martial law troops. That's why they have National Guards going to different states now. But eventually what's going to happen is the dollar's going to fall, collapse, dollar's going to be worthless. That's why they're presenting that. They're already presenting digital currency, all of that. So this is what's called the beast, the RFID chip. That's going to go right here. I've heard go to that's the palm right now. That's the palm. And eventually it's going to turn they got like the arm, they click everything. I would say what's nationality? Black. You got people. You are the top side. That's what our Lord was. He was not no so-called cracker. He was not no white tender rock star. He was a so-called black man. No such thing as black, and there's no such thing as white. We are brown. Right? So you see the top side, right? You have the outside. The top side for the Rican, right? So you know that all these things are happening. You mentioned Quran. It's called Allah. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's not the meaning of Allah is out. That's not the meaning. You understand? The Lord has a real meaning. You know, I'm going to give you 100 names, right? You get 1 name. You got 1 name, right? The Lord has 1 name. Our Lord looks like this. Our Lord looks like this. Revelation 1:13, 15. That's what it looks like. That's funny you said that. That goes back in before Russia even brought it out. We knew that they have a book called Russian Icons. And not even that, it even states it in all the Bibles, Quran, and everything. It said, black and here. Yeah, white. Yeah, white woolly hair. White woolly hair. Now, this the very big never in the outfit. So you have to understand that so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Now we're not talking about skin color, it's really about the spirit. People are so weak. How do we know that? 7939 other languages derived from the actual people. So if you go back to the original language, it's straight people. In those days, the Lord was going to wake us up, certain people, remnants, to understand the scriptures and be able to walk in it. Understand? That's what we think now. So when I'm telling you that name, I know you probably believe in that Quran heavy, but you need to find a way to get away from that. The scriptures talk about how not to get caught up in positions and not to be the devil. That's all about the devil. That shit comes from Muslim and all that. That's the shit that they teach when you go to jail. Why? Because you got the white motherfucker that runs the jail system, and then he can allow whatever he wants to go into the jail system to brainwash our people while they're there. That's why a lot of people come out with that Quran. You understand? Even in the Quran, I don't read that shit, but I know a little bit about it. If you go into Surah 122, it even tells you that the people of Israel, the true Hebrew Israelites. So that already cuts the whole Quran of nothing in there is of the Lord. You understand? So the two names Yahweh and YAHAWAH'S. That's what Hebrew is. Yahweh means he is, he exists, and YAHAWAH'S is salvation. So when you call upon your power, you just say Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWAH'S, Bahashem. Right? That's important because in Acts 1:12, it tells you that there's no other name that you can save under the heaven. So that means that there's only one name, right? Go into second Ezra, all right? Matter of fact, let me say it real quick. I don't like to say it out of my mouth. I'd rather prove it. You know what I'm saying? Second Ezra. Right? This is when Ezra had seen a vision, and he's seen in the vision the Lord is crowning the elect. It's going from 1/3 that's going to make it. These words, 2/3 of our people going to die. Everybody on this right here, 2/3 of these people are not going to listen. They're going to do what they want, and they're going to end up learning by death and pain. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be good in the kingdom, and you're going to come back and you're going to live forever. You're just going to walk around with your head down for a little while. So right here it says too. As we saw on Mount Zion, all praise the Lord song. This says, young man behind that scholars and older men, now, first, the young man that's the high statue, outside, will take the Lord teaching, right? Now it says, so I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? The answer said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. That means you have to change your mindset of what you learned in this society, right? You have to unlearn from that bullshit because all they did was just brainwash. We're in captivity. Yeah. So they're able to just feed you whatever they want. That's why they teach this story. Right? So yeah, well, but if you understand that, that's when that whole situation comes over. Because if you over here, infatuated with the Bible, he was infatuated with Ezra, the book, and he wanted to see if it was true that our people were scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, and that's what happened. He came here. Who was here? Gad, Reuben, the Northern American Indians, Seminole Indians, and what they do? They stole their land. They raped our women. Next thing you know, now Gad has a piece of land like this. When the whole America was ours. So the real foreigners, the motherfucking Europeans that came this way, basically the Spaniards, all that. No, we're not. No, this is our land. This is our land. So technically what? This is our land. The Lord created the whole world for our sake. This whole world is ours. We're just not in rulership because we disobeyed the Lord. See, this is why, and it tells you in Luke 4:6, it says, I have told you on the nation because not for your destruction, but because you have worshipped and sacrificed on the devil, calling on Allah, calling on Jesus, calling on Buddha, Catholicism, five center, all these different doctrines. Religion goes back to the word religion. You understand? This is
that it's been hidden from us for so long, especially with the book of Apocrypha. People still by themselves. Still by like the Old Testament, like the New Testament, like the book of Apocrypha. The word Apocrypha is hidden. Why did it take it out of the book of taken out of the Bible? Like the Bible itself, why did it take it out? Because that could be tell you about the Greek history. We learned about how to Greek Bible, how to Greek, he fucked with his hair. He what made his sons after him, after he died, they multiplied with him upon the earth all the way until now. This is why our people so messed up. You know what I'm saying? So this is the true Bible record. God, Ezra, second Ezra is what we're living in right now. That's why they kick like that to the Apocrypha. Second Ezra is what we're going through. Nation rising up against each other, starting to see little by little, it's going to depend. You're going to have no food out. It's like it's Bible. And then, okay. Yeah, no, that was just what happened in 2020. That was a test run to see how many people going to comply with what the government tells. Yeah. Now they already know what they're going to do. So when they come out with the second one, we're still trying to do it right now. They're starting to tell you these X coming back. Yeah.
So like, let me mute this real quick. So
you're in there and they can just teach you whatever the fuck you want. It's like they can feed you whatever you want, all of that. And it sucks because that's how people get in the church. The reason is white people don't supposed to stop like that. But know that. They did the stuff that we got. Oh, you heard it. The earth is big. They the ones that move the entire earth. They are the ones that are putting strength to our government. So they are the ones that are putting forth nonsense. Not gonna lie. You want to take a screenshot of it? That was my girlfriend? Yeah. All right. That's so this is why I say, learn. Look at it. Check it out. I tell people, don't let me persuade you. You go straight to the club. I could be lying to you, but all I could do is preach to what I got to preach and hope that you go check it out yourself. Because it says in the scripture, so hopefully you go and read. If you want, start watching videos that I do. Start picking it up to the spirit, pick up your Bible, start reading for yourself. Realize that everything that they teach in Christianity, that God is all about love, peace, everybody's gonna be saved. That's bullshit, bro. We are the majority of the world. We are the minority of the world, and we're everywhere, scattered in every country. Well, I want to say it this way. What was the first break? Oh, it's dark skin. It's all dark skin. The reason there's a so-called white man, right, is because if you know the story of Cain and Abel, right? Cain killed his brother Abel. The moment he killed his brother Abel, he was marked with a mark. He was marked with a mark of leprosy. Now, to understand it even better, you have to come back every 30 years. Cain did what he did to his brother. In his next life, he became Esau. And basically, from that is how you got born. He was born with Jacob, he was twins, but they were not identical twins, they were fraternal twins. So that means they're born the same, but they can come out different colors, looking not alike and all that. So the Lord marked him with leprosy, white. And that's why no such thing as white. He's really red. You look at the white man, when he get mad, turn red. You understand? He get red. You understand? They blush. Now that's different. That's I bet your ass get dark though. Yeah. You go to Puerto Rico. That right there. You see his nose? That's red right there. You automatically. You know what I'm saying? And those, they not the real ones. They'll walk around here all day long and swear they're the real Jews, but that's real. That's the red stuff about it. But they're the ones that are all that's why right now, all the shit is going on. But they're trying to put that's what they want. They want all that stuff. But it says no, but it says Ephraim is a cake unturned. So don't say that we are like a special word. Our people don't know who they are. They're black. They're Hispanic. But now we're the just like salvation comes for us. We have to live forever. But in order for you to do that, you're just not just gonna walk up in there and you're gonna live forever. No, you have to do the work of the Lord. Oh no, they believe a lot of shit. What they say, a lot of it is based around the Bible because they know from the Bible how they were able to do that. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's just made from heathens to just take you away. Huh? Judgment Day is back. Oh, Judgment Day is back. It's how it's being brought out. How is Judgment Day gonna come? It's not gonna be no. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon. But check out the video. Nah, that's not it. What's that? Oh, you going to what? But yeah, that's just the. You got people coming different ways of how to do it. You gotta go for it. I don't say for many of you by the home based thing. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I think that's what it is. Nah, I'm gonna be sure to study. I've been studying for 4 years and all the time.
That's like there's so many different religions in my family. It's like this side's Catholic, this side's Christian,
Yeah.
this side's Muslim.
That's the curses on our people.
Yeah,
but that's confusion.
But I grew up in a Muslim household. My stepdad's Muslim. My brother's converted over to Muslim in jail. So it's like lately I'm leaning more towards Muslim until I'm at today.
Yeah, listen. Again, it's all of the will of the Lord if He wants you to get it. I'm hoping that He open your mind to it. But the way you gonna find out that it's bullshit, the scriptures say, through thy precepts I get understanding. You can't just read the book left to right, front to back. You can start off. Let me give you an example. People don't understand. Why you go it's Holy Bible. Holy Bible. 16:11. Now, if you go to the Bible store, they got a million different Bibles. They done re-edited all types of shit. They done took words out, put words in. You know what I'm saying? So when you go back to original things, it's how you really know what truth is. But what I was gonna say was,
the name of the Bible, the original name.
Put that scripture. That's a beautiful scripture. The God of this world God, who is the kingdom of God, is signed unto them. Now, the God of this world, they do know if the Lord puts them in power. If there's nobody above the Lord, but all things are done to the Lord. Isaiah 45:7, I want the light to create darkness. I'm created by the Lord. A lot of people have the perception that the Lord is about love, not about he's a balance. You can't have left without right, you can't have up without down. So it's hate, love. So that whole love shit is only if you're doing the will of the Lord. And you're listening, then he's gonna put the love. And the love, it says in the scripture that this is the love of the Lord, that he keeps the commandments. So by you doing the will of the Lord, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna try to keep the commandments to the best of your ability. By you doing that, it's showing the good. So you know, the Lord doing with it, you reap what you sow. problem is that people don't die right away because the Lord is gracious. The Lord has long suffering. As much as our people are wicked, He allows us to try to change our ways, but we continue to keep going. And now the time is up. Now. The time is up. We need to make it better. Right? So when people walk, I move and all that.
That's all they were asking, right?
Yeah, nah, it's cool. Why? Who complained?
Somebody. I don't
One of
know.
these Jews, as always.
Somebody.
You got to tell them niggas to stop doing that shit, bro. I know. Of course it's anonymous. They anonymous. It's probably his ass right there. It's probably his ass right there.
The hell? Anonymous. See, that's taken too right there. That whole shit was taken right there. Just trying to stop you from
I also heard like all of that I heard like God people to like spread the word.
Yeah, it says this gospel shall be preached throughout the four corners of the earth and the end shall come. That's what's happening right now. If you look, you got brothers in China preaching his word in their language, but when they call the name of the Lord, they say YAHAWAH'S. You got brothers that are Spanish, they'll say YAHAWAH'S. I can say what I gotta say, and when it comes to preaching the word, God just needs help. The best thing when you're not sure is the Most High. You can learn for sure that that's the word. The Lord put the Spirit in you know what I'm saying? But all these different names, they all have a certain definition to them. People don't understand. Like I said, James wanted to venture into the what is it, the whole, because back in the day they were calling them Isus. So where they get these? That's what I'm saying. I'm not asking you. I'm just telling you. That's the shit that makes me think. Like, all right, if there was an inventor, where did they come out with this whole concept? Because the devil's world has to keep you in captivity in the mind. He has to keep you confused. That's what I want to say. The Lord is not a confusion. The Lord said that He's not the author of confusion. It might sound confusing, but that's because you're not really understanding what you're reading. You have to read one sentence a million times to break it down. That's what I want to do. Let me see how your phone. Go on Google, put Blue Letter Bible. Just start to put one. Show you how people break down scripture. Let's take this first. God, who gave you hear that for the first time. What do you think that's saying? That God created heaven and earth. Right? Yeah, we want that. So look, see, this nigga mad because he's mad because I'm teaching. They don't want our people to wake up, bro. They wake up people, but he's just gonna make a phone call. They'll record me. He's like recording me now. They got videos of me. Yeah, they got videos of me preaching, all types of things. It's gonna come to a time when the prophets, you're gonna see brothers on TV. They're gonna make wanted pictures of us. They're gonna say that we're racist, that we've been preaching hate, all this crazy shit, and all we doing is reading the Bible. Meanwhile, you got niggas killing each other out there. They ain't doing nothing to that. But I'm preaching the Bible, and I'm a criminal. Exactly. Spreading wisdom. They don't have wisdom, so that's why they hate. They don't want nobody to know what they are. Right? So you hear that, you think that's all God. Father. Nah. Strong definition. This is the word going back to the original concept. So the original concept is Elohim, right? But the root word Elohim is because we're bringing out the word so much. Yo, so he's going to make things deeper. Yeah, he can see the rest of the world. The real gospel is going to be able to preach the word to us, to a corner. But so I do it by head. Basically, what it says is, word God goes to the word of the king, but the word of the king goes to the root word of Allah. Look at the definition for Alahai. It says judgment, rule, divine, and king. So when you're using the person you can put on, God is the person that talk about the Lord, God, the Father, not really what is the created to heaven and earth. Do that so yeah, God is
Thank you.
we're gonna talk, yo.
Yeah, keep watching them videos. Salakia, brothers. I have to break it down to them for a little bit. I was trying to break it down for them to understand a little something, because you see, that's the mentality of our people. That was Ephraim and Judah together, right? But it's crazy because he said, "Oh, I'm aware of all these things." All right, he really not truly aware until you actually know how to break down scriptures, what your culture is, who your enemy is. That's when you're truly aware. Okay, yeah, you might be aware to what's going on in the world, and that's cool because it's all over the news. You can't hide it. You got prophets all the time on the highways and hedges, all types of videos coming about who's exposing who. So yeah, people are aware of things, but do they understand these things? You see, are they preparing themselves for these things? Because when the time comes that the destruction comes, being aware is not going to be good enough. All right. The only way you're going to be saved is by the word of the Lord and the names, okay, which is YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S. And brothers and sisters that follow, brothers, they already know. They already know. But see, there's always new people coming in. This is why we have to go to the highways and hedges all the time, because there's always a new person passing by over and over again. All right, and it's never, the Lord is always got somebody on time ready to learn the word. All right. Talk about 1/3 of our people, all right, is going to make it, all right. That's going to be, I don't know how many, but it's going to be millions, okay. So there's people to still be woken up on a daily basis, man, and that's our job, is to continually wake these people up, regardless of what all these people think. All right, we're not worried about how they feel, all right, or what they talking about us. Okay, it has to. As a matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. 2nd Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15:1, and it says, 2nd Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." And that's what we do. We speak the words of prophecy onto our people. So prophecies that these people are all going into slavery, man. Oh, yo, you gotta go, bro. Out the way. I should call the cops because you're in the middle. I should call the cops on you because you're just standing there. The hell? But see, if I call the cops on their ass, I'm wrong. You understand? As a matter of fact, I'm about to make a complaint on you. I feel threatened you watching me right there. You know? But see, that's what we do. We speak the prophecy into the ears of our people, man. Okay, letting them know we're not giving you lies. We're giving you prophecy according to the scripture, and all the prophecy that is being spoken of is happening right before their eyes. So they can't say that it ain't true. Look at these fake ass Jews. They getting exposed every day. My man, who are you? Who are you? You the people of the Lord? Put you on camera. You the people of the Lord? Are you the people of the Lord? What's that? Are you the people of the thumb? Oh, let me ask you this. You think your people gonna be saved? Yeah? Actually, your people going into captivity, bro. You have to pay for all the wickedness you've done. You killed all our brothers and all our sisters, and you do it every single day. So you have to pay for that. Not because of me, because you got to pay for it for the Lord. You see? And him doing that right there, all you doing, I know you're the one that called the police, and I know you recording me too right now. But see, when I'm done with this right here, I'm going to call. I already got your license plate, and I'm going to make a complaint on you. The same way y'all complain about us. You see, but we're gonna see whose side are they gonna take. They're gonna take yours. Why? Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and this is your people right here. So whether you like it or not, you gotta pay for what you did, bro. That's something that you gotta call them and tell them that. You should call police and tell them that instead. Say, listen, this man is preaching truth about our people and who we are. You understand? So you know. So if you didn't know, now you know. You are Esau, Edomite. You are Esau. You are an Edomite. And what did the Lord say about Esau? You don't know? We get you. I got you. This is Romans. You're going to love this one. See, we stand up boldly for the name of YAHAWAH'S. We don't fear the incredulity of those that trouble us. You standing there doesn't bother me. I'm going to still bring out the word. I'm going to still give you judgment. You understand? This is Romans 9. and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved. So the Lord loved Jacob. Jacob is our people. Jacob is these 12 tribes that descend from Jacob, right? Which they're all blacks and Hispanics. Remember that. It says, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You see that? That's not my word. That's the Lord's word. So the Lord is telling you that he hates Esau, Edom. That's where you descend from. So you want to sit there and you want to learn something? Now you learn it. You learning that you are Esau. There is no repentance for you. You understand? So my advice to you here is live up your life here, bro. Do what you've been doing this whole time, taking over all this right here, because it's about to go down. And every single one of these Edomites, they're all going into slavery. Women, children, men, that's your judgment. And you don't scare me sitting there, bro. You can record it all you want. Judgment is still coming to our people. And that's what's coming to you, right? This is Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel. To Israel. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? And y'all know that. And y'all know that because y'all read that stuff. Y'all read it. It says, I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished. but we will still return and build the desolate places. And that's what y'all do. Y'all go to town and y'all try to rebuild y'all little empire. But the Lord gonna take down that whole entire empire. You see? It ain't gonna work for you no more. Right? It says, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. See, you're the border of wickedness. What you're doing right there is wicked as hell. Sitting there watching me like a dumbass. You calling the cops, that's the same thing as being wicked. You see? Because that's all you know. You only know wickedness. There's no righteousness in you. There's no good in you. Okay? And I'm going to make it even more clear to you, too. I'm going to make it more clear to you. Who is Esau? Edom. This is written by a Jewish man. You could get it yourself. Internet, PDF it. Who is Esau Edom? Right? By your people. By Charles Wiseman. That's your people. Now listen to this. It says, you got to listen closely. Listen closely. There is not one favorable or positive statement in the Bible in relation to Esau Edom. But how does this adverse relationship with God has towards Esau Edom help us to identify who this character is in the world today? To help us answer this, we have put ourselves into the role which Esau has been assigned to in God's script. If God hated you and your ancestors, you listening or you smoking your blunt? You don't have to record. Well, you should record it so you can learn it and show your people, right? It says, if God hated you and your ancestors, how would you react and what would you do? By natural reaction, you will be against God and his people and try to prevent them from finding out that you are Esau, the one God is against. Knowing that if God is against something, so will his followers. Who is it that tries to conceal their identity as Edom? The one hated by God, by claiming to be Israel. See, if you know about the Balfour Declaration, the Balfour Declaration was how you guys got Israel today. Today, you're not the real Israelites living in Israel. You took our land, right? So it says, by claiming to be Israel, the one loved by God. Are you not going to listen now? Shalak Rayan, bro. This is the good part. Come on. You don't seem like you listen. I want you to examine this. I'm about to tell you who you are. It says, who tries to conceal their identity as Edom, the one that is hated by God, by claiming to be Israel, the one loved by God. Only one group of people reacts as though God has hatred for them. That is the Jews. You see that? You see that? So you really Esau, bro. That's why y'all call yourself Jewish. Ish means around the belt. That means you're not sure. See, we're sure. We're the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Not you. So when we tell you that the Lord dislikes your whole nation, oh, that's facts. And the Lord said that all nations that had us in captivity is going into captivity. Right? Ready? Now, Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's all right. You'll hear it on your recording. Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. The The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who rules the world? Who rules the world right now? Illuminati rules the world. Illuminati, the 1%. Who the 1%? They the ones that run you. That's your people. That's your people. You live on YouTube. You live on YouTube. Right? So let's grab this. Let's grab this. And don't be offended by it. Just take it. You got to take it. We got to eat your shit every day, right? We got to live in this shitty ass world that y'all fucking created here, right? And we got to be attacked on a daily basis. You kill our brothers. You guys are racist as hell to all our people. You use our people to build up all these houses, and then you pay them $5 and send their ass home, and they'll do nothing for them. So you know what? That's the same thing that you're gonna get, but you're gonna get rewarded double onto this thing, right? You think I'm gonna give your dumb ass that shit? Hell no. Hell no. I know how you devils work. We know how you work. Hey, you good, bro. Just learn. Just learn right now. Just learn. You're watching it live right now. You got the best live on the seat. You got the live. You got the real live. You got the real live, bro. So this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Who's our prophet? Our prophet is YAHAWAH'S, the one you ignorantly call Jesus. YAHAWAH'S, that's our prophet. That's our true power. Yahweh Ba'Shem YAHAWAH'S. That's who our prophet is. And that's why y'all mad. Because we figured out your identity and you hate that we bringing out the truth. So it says, right? Jeremiah 30 and 16. It says, therefore, all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. You see? It's not looking good for you, bro. It's not looking good for you, bro. Let me grab this. About to be closing it up too, because my battery about to die. Dealing with this dumb. Now listen to this. This is Ezekiel 36 about your people again. Right? This says, also thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel. Mountains represent power, right? So right now you are the mountains of Israel, because you guys are in Israel right now, right? Stole our land. So it says, and say ye to the mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And ye are taken, and you are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, and to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, against all Idumea. See, you go back to Idumea, because y'all came from the Caucasus Mountains, right? That's how you get the word Caucasian, which means cave dwellers. Y'all came out of the Caucasus Mountains, right? So it tells you right here, the residue of the heathen. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Idumea, basically, you go back to being Basra, right? Because the scriptures talk about how the Lord gonna come back and destroy Basra, which are a representation of Basra also. Right? That was the capital, the capital of Mount Seir. That's where you originally come from, Mount Seir. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession. You see? The place in Israel where you're at right now, that's our land. But what happened was the Lord allowed y'all to take it from us because we deceived the Lord. I mean, we disrespected the Lord by worshiping on other gods and not to our true power. So the Lord puts us into the hands of our enemies. And that's why you were able to take our land. And that's why y'all really not the people of that land. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, to the valleys. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are round about you, they shall bear their shame. So the time's gonna come where you're gonna have to pay for everything you did. You're gonna have to go into slavery, all right? Children, women, you, it don't matter. The Lord ain't dealing with none of y'all. He absolutely hates Edomites and all you fake ass Israelites, man. So I figured that since you were sitting there the whole time, I wanted to give you that judgment. That's all. You'll be all right. It'll all be manifest soon, buddy. But with that being said, we're gonna leave this this heathen alone. With that being said, I'd like to start off Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Ohaloyam La Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakak Udash, Shalat Rayam Wa Anashiam Wa Abadiam Wa Haragiam Wa Masapayam Oko Adawamium. Woo! Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah. Shalom.